G'day viewers, I've been regulating this thing manually all day. 48.4 volt, and it actually smells like a fart after eating a lot of eggs. Whew, shit, it smells like a bad fart. The current was set to 10 amps and it's dropping. That's a good sign. Looks like I've got no battery. And the Audi thermometer's got a fat battery. But that's actually quite warm now. It's at 40 degrees Celsius all the way through. Equally. That's not such a bad thing because it's actually breaking down that lead sulfate. Yes, I was on about these sensitive batteries. Maybe it did die hard. It just didn't die easily. Let's test it. Here's my Harbor Freight tester. I do like this tester, but it's just expensive to get these shipped here. The weak point is these strain relievers. I'll just leave it at 500 cold cracking it for default for reference. Let's see what we're looking at here. Well, you son of a bitch. That's gone down from a quarter of an ohm to 0.1 of an ohm. A little less than that. 10. That's a good improvement. That's a good improvement. Wow, that's a good improvement. 0.9 milliohms, a little high, but it's better than what it was. Sometimes the connection can be a bit finicky with these. These types of testers need a really good connection to work properly. That's even better. Look at that. 521 cold cracking amps out of 620. Ha ha ha. Well over you son of a bitch. Look at that. That's much better. Wow. This battery's evolved quite well. That's softened up. Not so fat there now, is it? But you look at that. This Century battery is coming up reviving quite well. I do like getting the batteries that were initially new to begin with, such as this one for example, and it is sat flat for maybe how long, but in 2016, so it's not as old, not that old. This one here also had good success with. This was dead flat at 0 volts too. I charged that battery up with a similar method to what I'm doing with this one. It's actually come up good, that battery, and this one here looks like that too. Not good for it though, of course, but discharging a car battery down to 0 volts is never good for it. But since, well, this battery's probably been sitting flat for at least 2 years, which is that's enough to make it be thrown in the ocean as scrap. But as an experiment, nothing to lose. This is actually reviving quite well. Especially the plates actually looked in pretty good condition when I looked at the physically. The water was a bit low, but the plates weren't dry, unlike this tyre battery. The water level was down to here. The plates are bone dry. The plates in this battery looked actually quite intact as well. So the plates are intact. They're not falling apart, and they still look like they're in really good condition. Well, that warrants trying this experiment to revive the battery. So far, this one's paying off. Well, I'll be, eh? I mean, some people can buy car batteries flat out. I don't care if they go flat. Some people have got money to burn on car batteries, but why not save a little bit, just experiment a little. End of the day, they're going to get recycled anyway. I've got a heap over there at the shed down there, got to be recycled, but the guy is supposed to, a guy, he picks these up, is supposed to take them off my hands and recycle them, but he hasn't showed up, so I've got a guy I work with at work. He's got a good mate who takes any old battery, SLAs, car batteries, deep cycle batteries, and this bloke's pretty clever. He takes them apart and cuts the cells apart from other batteries and just has some individual 2 volt cells and solders them together to make one good battery out of them. He's a pretty resourceful guy. He takes anything scrap and just likes making things. Old electric motors, any old appliances or whatever. He's got a big collection of stuff he likes to tinker with, so I've got ways I can dispose of dead batteries, because I don't live close enough to the ocean to throw these in the ocean. So, sorry Mr. Electric Eels, but I need this battery to start my cars. Yeah, Kelvin, let the compressor start up again. I don't like the way this sounds when it starts up. Nice and hot. Rejecting some heat. I love these old Kelvinators. Ah, look at that. Working quite well. Tell you what, if that Century battery drops down to at least 5 milliohms of VSR and it stays healthy, I'm going to put this battery on that charger next. I'm quite impressed with the result. I'll just use a smart charger to this one here. My method of yeah, see, 180 cracking amps, 16 milliohms, a bit high for this battery. I'm going to try this battery on this Rauerding charger setup here. See if it improves it. Doesn't smell of bad sulphur though. It actually just smells like it's actually generating some gases, so be careful with sparks, you don't blow yourself up. It's not quite a rotten egg smell, but if it was, I've gone too far. How good is that? How good is that? That is awesome, I can't get over that. A smart charger isn't always the best idea to get rid of the bad sulphate off the plates. To fix up a car battery, sometimes you got to do other reasonable things. And look at that, even better. Haha, that's almost its full rating. But oh, it is a bit high because it's 14.3 volts, not 12.6 volts. But still, that's an improvement. And it's dropped a bit of current, so it's actually getting there. That should drop, probably hover down to 2 amps, I reckon. Then when I turn it down to 12.8 or 12.9, somewhere around there, it should just drop to less than an amp at trickle charge. It should be reading somewhere about an amp or so. Then I know this battery is fixed, fully charged. I've got a battery hydrometer too, I'm going to monitor it. That is awesome. Wow, what a score, eh? Time will tell how well it's going to be revived, but time will tell. I mean, this one has been about a year and 18 months since I recharged this from 0 volts, completely dead, and it's actually still behaving like a new battery. It's a Korean-made battery, so it all comes out of the quality of the battery. Anyway, that's pretty good. Thanks for watching.